What's up, Mets fans, and what's up, baseball fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets at Rob on this second year in a row special edition live stream for the MLB Home Run Derby 2023. Last year was a resounding success on this channel. A ton of people wanted me to do it again this year, and of course, I'm bringing it right to you right here on the channel. 8 p.m. start time to the Home Run Derby when it all begins. Of course, our New York Mets own Pete Alonso is once again in the Home Run Derby looking to try to get that title back that he did not get the opportunity to win last year, and he's going to try it again in 2023. So welcome back, all new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you let me know where you're watching from. And, of course, if you're a fan of the Mets or another baseball team in Major League Baseball, please let me know in the comments. Do not be shy, guys. This is a celebration of baseball and baseball fans as a whole, right? We can forget about the rivalries. We can forget about the players you dislike, the teams you dislike, or whatever you are wanting to dislike another team in your division or just teams you're just sick of hearing about. Today is a day to celebrate the game of baseball, the game that we all love. Yes, we get frustrated by our teams. We get the excitement from our teams. There's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of high moments, low moments. But today is a celebration of the game of baseball. So make sure you enjoy it. Take it in. The first half is officially over. And after the next 2 days with the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game, the second half will continue for all of us on Friday for the second half of the year. And the majority of the teams have between 72 and 74 games left on their schedule, with a couple of rainouts. So we are definitely, if you're a Mets fan, praying that the Mets find a way to turn things around. They went 6-2 prior to the All-Star break in 8 games. The last 2 games didn't fare well for us, but as Met fans, we are always hoping for good things to happen. And usually a Met season that accomplishes anything usually comes in a surprise season. Usually it's not a lot of a season like last year where basically we knew we were going to make the playoffs. It was just a matter of winning the division or being a wild card team. And you've seen we don't have a lot of seasons like that when you're going to make the playoffs basically pretty early on in the season. We don't get that opportunity very often. So in situations where Mets make the World Series, let's be honest, even in 2000, they had a really good team, but I don't think a lot of people were picking the Mets to make the World Series in 2000. And in 2015, they were a big surprise after the trade deadline, the run they went on to the World Series in 2015. So maybe it'll be another surprise season, another surprise second half. And everybody has to remember 2019, where the Mets went on that 15 out of 16 run and actually acquired Marcus Stroman in the process. Sometimes amazing things can actually happen sometimes. A lot of wishful thinking, but you know what? Crazier things have happened, and we can all hope as Met fans if the Mets can turn it around with the last 72 games of the season. They do end up 6.5 games back at the All-Star break, 7 in the loss column. Once again, they come out of the All-Star break playing the Dodgers at home. Not going to be easy, but the remaining, I believe there's 15 games before the trade deadline, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be determining if the New York Mets are going to be sellers or buyers. And I can assure you, and there's been a lot of speculation amongst reporters and fans, my threshold is being within 3 games of a wild card spot to become buyers at the deadline, no matter if it's just bullpen, little things or big things, doesn't matter. I think 3 games is the threshold for me. A lot of people say 4 games. A lot of reporters are reporting that the Mets, if they're within 5 games, 5.5 games of a wild card spot at the deadline, they believe there's a chance to do something, and they will, even if they're not going to be big buyers, they'll be small buyers, meaning a little bit more bullpen help that can actually help this rotation as well that you don't have to rely on them going 6 or 7 innings every single night to try to win a ball game. And yes, Roberts, there is news on Tommy Pham. He did have the MRI. The MRI is negative. There is no strain and there's no tear. So these couple of days, these 4 days off for the majority of the players, and specifically Pham, is going to help him. And all indications are that he'll be ready to go on Friday at Citi Field against the Dodgers. So the Mets dodged a bullet in 2 ways. One, because Tommy Pham has been absolutely amazing ever since he got to play every day, and help this Mets offense. And on top of that, if the Mets become sellers at the deadline, we need Tommy Pham healthy so we can trade him for a decent piece back if that becomes the case at the trade deadline. So, yes, Joe, with the Mets draft, I know a lot of people went crazy that the Mets took another shortstop at 32. But if you really pay attention to the draft and you really see that shortstop, right, Colin Hulk, right, he was 12th ranked prospect in the draft, 12th ranked, and he dropped to the Mets. Sometimes, and this is not NBA, this is not the NFL, where you're drafting for needs, okay? When you're trying to build a farm system, you always get the best player available. And if you noticed, after their first pick, almost every other pick has been some type of pitching. So, listen, I know people went crazy about the shortstop situation with Colin Hulk, but he was a 12th ranked prospect and he dropped to 32 for the Mets. And that's in that spot, that is a steal, considering the fact that, you know, he is a high school kid. We understand that. So, and you got to build up your farm system. And this is not just to build your farm system to develop these guys to all come up to the pros. There's about your top 10 prospects, you'd be lucky for 4 or 5 of them to be a big part of your team in the major leagues. Not that much more. It's an anomaly what the Braves are doing, that almost every one of their top 10 prospects basically panned out. That is not normal, all right? The Braves have been fantastic, and let's be honest, there's a lot of luck involved that every one of their players, and you can talk about development, and then people also bring up the Rays as well. But if you look at the Rays roster, a lot of those guys are retreads that are having really good seasons, and they've been doing that a lot. The pitching, the bullpen, and the starters are mostly from their farm system. So that is something that you also have to look at when it comes to the Mets baseball in general. And it's not, you'll have about 2, 3, maybe 4 players that are top 10 prospects that actually are going to pan out on your team. The other rest, you have to look at the fact that these guys can be trade pieces as well. And that goes for Jet Williams and Parada. And for all the people that didn't trust Billy Epler during this draft, I'm going to almost guarantee you that it's going to be ranked pretty high in the as a top draft for a team. Just like he was the number 1 draft in Major League Baseball last year with his 2 picks for Parada and Williams. That is actually really good. And considering the fact that people didn't know why a lot of people thought they drafted Parada because there was possibilities of them making a trade for Alvarez, and obviously at the deadline to see what they could have got back for that, but that wasn't the case. But again, you need depth. It was the best ranked catcher in the draft in Parada, and Jet Williams was ranked, I believe, number 3 in shortstops in the draft. So the Mets did a really good job last year in the draft. And this year, again, you can't pass up talent like Hope. And I do think the Mets will sign him. And I think it's a smart move. And Sprott as well. The Mets actually drafted him last year, but did not sign, went back to college. This year, the Mets redrafted him, a right-handed pitcher from Florida. So that is a guy that the Mets will sign. Again, all the other picks were type. They actually got a 2-way player as well. That is topping out at 98, 99, 100. And a lot of these guys are hard-throwing arms that the Mets drafted in the other round. So I do think that the New York Mets were smart in this situation at their first pick because people went crazy thinking that they just had to take pitching in that first pick, but they got the 12th ranked prospect in the draft, or a 12th ranked college player in the draft at 32. It's hard to pass that up. And then that's a kid that's out of Parkview, which is the high school in Georgia, that is basically a factory for the Atlanta Braves farm system. They draft all the time from that school. Matt Olson, obviously they traded for him, but Matt Olson was a part of that high school as well when he was drafted. It's basically Atlanta Braves basically player factory, prospect factory in that part of Georgia. It's very rare that the Braves don't find a way to get a lot of those guys from that Parkview High School and around that Georgia area. So getting one of those guys that are usually a factory for the Atlanta Braves and mostly the southern teams like the Marlins as well, the Mets actually got a very good potential prospect. And I can guarantee you, Hoke is going to be probably somewhere in the Mets top 10, most likely, as soon as the new realignment of the top 10 prospects come out very shortly. I guarantee you that, because he's very highly regarded. Again, 12th ranked out of the draft, and the Mets got him at 32. That's pretty damn good. The Mets even talked about him dropping to them, which they were very shocked about. So with that said, guys, we got the 2023 MLB Home Run Derby. It's obviously on ESPN. Obviously, Alonso was in it. At the bottom of your screen, you got all the guys that are facing each other. So we're gonna get the live introductions rather quickly. So once they do the introductions, we will go right to the audio. There will be live audio and, of course, fan reactions during the Home Run Derby. It was very fun last year for a lot of people. So make sure you hit on that like button and make sure we get this stream out to more baseball fans all around YouTube who are looking for this type of content. So here we go, guys. The MLB Home Run Derby 2023. Let's see if our boy Pete Alonso can win another Home Run Derby. There is a little bit of competition. I do think that Adolis Garcia is a wild card here. I mean, if you're a bettor in this, Adolis Garcia, I think was plus 750 to win the Home Run Derby. Julio Rodriguez can be a little scary. He knocked out Alonso last year. Randy Arozarena is another wild card, but I think Adolis Garcia is a guy that you have to watch out for. Everybody else, I'm probably not sure, but Adolis Garcia, I think, is a wild card here. Yes, I did see DeSanga talk to Ohtani in his interview about, I'm gonna put the Met hat on him and stuff like that. I don't take that for a grain of salt, and everybody act like these guys never spoke before. They played in Japan, believe me. They spoke before. They played in a lot of, even when they grew up, they were probably playing in the same leagues with each other in Japan. So they've seen each other. They played with each other probably in Little League and probably in all these other levels up to the pros. So they actually, I'm not shocked by that. But again, it's going to come down to where Ohtani wants to play, because we all know that the Mets are going to make the highest offer. It's just a matter of, can Billy Epler and Kodai Senga figure out a way to get Kodai Senga here to the Mets? We'll see, but that's at in the offseason. So here we go, guys. MLB 2023 Home Run Derby introductions will start just now. So I'm going to raise the volume and let me know in the comments, guys, if you can hear the audio. Here we go.
It really is, and all depends on all the big beat throwers. Can they lay it in for these Stars?
We are in the Pacific Northwest, and tonight the Stars are going to shine on a stage unlike any other in sports. This is a baseball star community. They got Julio.
And of course, Julio Rodriguez is the hometown guy tonight.
Starbucks and Amazon, Microsoft, the Mariners, and Alaska Airlines. And tonight, baseballs will take flight. An amazing field of 8 competing for the 2023 T-Mobile Home Run Championship. The question is, will this ballpark be able to hold them?
All right, so here's the intro. They're doing some Seattle intro.
Sports are always better, but it's personal. Growing up in Seattle, the Mariners were my life. The smoke off of Randy Johnson's fastball, Dave House's legendary calls. But you can't talk about my city and not mention Griffey Jr. Griffey swing is still prettier than the Mona Lisa. That's why the kid was and still is the king of the Derby. So the Home Run Derby being here is special. Seattle built this ballpark because of Griffey. And tonight, with the star-studded lineup, we celebrate what he did best. Each ball launched into the Seattle sky is a run closer to the crown that Griffey made royalty. It's a chance to be part of history. It's a chance to live up to a legacy or so who wants it? Because right now, it's time to find this generation's king of the Home Run Derby.
Here we go, guys. Introductions about to happen.
Home of the Seattle Mariners in 2023 T-Mobile Home Run Derby. To get our party started, we introduce DJ Irene. Yeah! Seattle, let's get this party started, baby! Make some noise! Now, it's time to meet the competitor in the 2023 T-Mobile Home Run Derby.
Introduction started.
Hitting the first place team in the American League with 16 home runs from the Tampa Bay Rays, Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena got the cowboy boots on.
Garcia.
G-Men, not 100% sure. Nice ovation for Rutschman.
His opponent, the number one overall seed, has been one of baseball's most lethal hitters this season. 24 home runs from the Chicago White Sox, Luis Robert Jr.
Big Me Pete. There we go. And the hometown fan. Standing ovation for the hometown favorite, Julio Rodriguez. Going to be tough for Pete.
Once again, the competitors for the 2023 T-Mobile Home Run Derby.
There we go. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button. You are watching and listening to the 2023 intros of the Home Run Derby contestants, and it is about to start, and they're going to be singing the national anthem, so we know what that means.
Can you see why the dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad shines and bright stars through the veil.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had left their burns gave proofs to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, shades that star-spangled banner oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Very nice voice. There we go. National anthem, guys. Yeah, I remember, Joe, too. When I was in the baseball playoffs in high school, when they played that, man, it was fired you up. So, here we go, guys. 2023 MLB Home Run Derby. Once it starts, the audio will come back on. Here we go, guys. So, again, Pete Alonso is facing off against Julio Rodriguez. Let's see who's going to be the first up. I'm assuming they went in the order. So, it's going to be Randy Arozarena and Dallas Garcia looking like they're going to be first. And then Adley Rutschman, and then it would be Luis Robert Jr., it looks like. So, yes, it's going to be Arozarena against Dallas Garcia. We shall see. Well, of course, Joseph, you know, some things go unsaid, especially nowadays. So let's see if Pete Alonso can get that third home run title. And, you know, we all, and a lot of people were not very happy with Pete Alonso being a part of the Home Run Derby, which is kind of funny to me because if you look at his stats after the Home Run Derby, each of the 3 times he's been in it, he's had a better second half. So let's just hope that this helps his swing a little bit because he has been very disappointing average-wise. And if he doesn't, he's just been really bad. And let's hope that it can fix his swing, and maybe it gives him that confidence back that Pete Alonso always needs when he's up at the plate. When he's confident at the plate, he's hitting the ball the other way. He's shortening his swing. Obviously he has a lethal swing, but he shortens his swing. He likes to go the other way. Right now he's pulling off a lot, stepping in the bucket. Let's hope that this helps his swing a little bit. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to a special edition live stream right here on Talking Mets at Rob, the 2023 Home Run Derby in Seattle, Washington, T-Mobile Park. And of course, going with the color theme for the All-Star game, it's Magenta Pink with the T-Mobile sponsoring, and obviously it's T-Mobile Park. And of course, the Seattle Mariner teal that is rolling around also on the background as well. And of course, you got T-Mobile Park in the background as well. So once again, guys, hit on that like button. Let's get more people in this stream so we can enjoy and celebrate the game of baseball. Today and tomorrow are days that let's not worry about standings. Let's not worry about disappointing seasons for teams or excitement for teams. This is about celebrating the game of baseball and the great players that we will see over the next 2 days. And it's also a lot of fun. Again, I always still like the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby. I always think it's fun. Obviously, with the National League, American League playing each other all the time, it's not as unique as it once was. But I always love the All-Star game. Having the stars together is always pretty cool. So I think it's important to celebrate the game of baseball. Even if your team is good or bad, I think it's important to do that. And, the game that we all grew up loving had its moments, right? The weird rules, the pandemic, and everything else that goes within the game of baseball and sports in general. It's still always great to celebrate the sport because, let's be honest, I have no idea what I'd do with my life if baseball wasn't a part of it. And I probably believe a lot of people have the same thought process as well. Again, I revolve my entire summer with trips to different ballparks, with the 7-line, with going to Met games all over the country. And, of course, Citi Field, almost all of my summer is dedicated to baseball, as you guys might know. The YouTube channel, obviously, and, of course, going to games. So I think it's very awesome. And I think it's a very big part of my life, and I know it's a part of yours. Again, I'm in 5 different group chats with 20 people or more in each one of those group chats. Again, we constantly talk baseball 24/7. So there we go. So here we go, guys. First up, round 1 is going to be coming up. They're showing highlights of last season's Home Run Derby. Obviously, Pete Alonso lost to Julio Rodriguez. Juan Soto beat Julio Rodriguez. And obviously, Juan Soto was the champion of the Home Run Derby and obviously wearing a Nationals jersey and was traded not too long after that. So, with that said, the 2023 Home Run Derby at T-Mobile Park in Seattle are going to start very soon. They are interviewing Julio Rodriguez as we speak. So, Mets fans, baseball fans, hit on that like button. If you're a new subscriber of the channel, don't be shy, guys. Say what's up. Let me know what team you're a fan of. If you're a Mets fan, great. If you're a fan of another team, this channel is for all baseball fans, no matter if you're a Mets fan or not. I appreciate the diehards. I appreciate the passion of fans of other teams as well. So do not be shy. Say what's up. Let's talk baseball, guys. Let's watch the Home Run Derby and celebrate the great game of baseball. With that said, 2023 Home Run Derby is about to start just now. When it does, the audio will pop up. MLB Game Day don't really have any type of interactive thing there for the Home Run Derby. And Shay wants to make an appearance. Hi. Sorry. Shay just continued to pop up. You want to come up? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Come. Sorry, guys. Oh, I scared Shay. I'm sorry, guys. Come here. Here we go. Shay says hello, guys. How you doing? So Shay is wanted to hang out with us to watch the home run derby. So say hello to Shay, everybody. he's gonna be 5 months tomorrow. Little guy. He is a pain in my butt today. Running around like crazy, playing too much, right? Yeah, I agree, but I don't have time to take care of a dog. A cat's a little bit easier. So he was a little bit going a little crazy today. But that's all right. He's young. There we go, guys. Yeah, you ain't kidding. You got that dog in him. I tell you that much. No dogs. I honestly, I'm not home enough to take care of a dog. So, I work a lot, as you guys know, and the hours are just crazy for me. So I don't want to, I'm not going to get a dog because I like a dog. And of course, Shay's going to go in front of the camera. I'm trying to get him to sit down a little bit. But yeah, I love dogs. I just don't have the time, and I don't want to neglect an animal because I can't take care of it. That's not fair to the animal. So cat's a little bit easier, as you guys know. They go to the bathroom in a box. So, and you bring up the food, and they can eat whenever they want. So I can't take a dog out twice a day, 3 times a day. I'm not home enough. So I don't want to neglect a dog, and Shay's just wants to go after that camera right now. Sorry, guys. Let's fix that really quick. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. He was playing with the camera. So we got Pete Alonso ready to go for the home run derby. So once again, yeah, Robert, I used to like that when they used to do that with the home run derby jerseys and all that fun stuff. But you know what? They try to interact the teams now with the fans and the players, and all that stuff, to be unique, I guess, like that. So, but that's all right. So, with that said, the pitcher for the Rays is going to be coming up throwing there. And Randy Arozarena against Adolis Garcia is the first pair to go in round 1 of the 2023 Home Run Derby. I'm going to put up the volume, guys. Enjoy, have fun, and don't forget to please hit on that like button, guys. Let's get more people in this stream. Last year, there was over 7,000 views for this stream. It was mostly during the stream throughout the night, and it was also after. Over about 3,000 people watched this stream after it went live after the live was over. So that's pretty cool. So here we go, guys. Randy Arozarena is the first one up at the plate. So listen up and enjoy the 2023 Home Run Derby. Here we go, guys. Let's go, Alonso. But it's always fun to watch these other guys. Here we go, guys.
3 homers in one of those, and he is as strong as anybody that's in this event. So
Muted, it can't get any worse. Let's be honest. I think we talked about that for 3 years already, and it didn't. He was actually better stats-wise after the Home Run Derby.
He was introduced with his cowboy boots on. He's now replaced them.
There is a 3-minute time limit.
To get this thing rolling.
And if you hit 2 440-foot shots or more, you get a 30-second bonus. So he's hitting a lot of line drives. And Randy Arozarena is a line drive hitter. So, yeah, he got one. Oh, he's finding his swing now. That looks like number 3. Five home runs for him. Six home runs. That looks like 7. And it is. 8. 9. All right. Minute 32 to go. Calls a timeout.
Into the second deck. My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my
So it is a commercial right now. We got a 30-second timeout. Yeah, I used to like the 10 outs one. I think that was more fun because it wasn't as rushed. But again, there was some derbies that used to go like 4.5 hours. I remember one year, I think it was close to 5 hours. Like that was insane. But they try to change it up a little bit, make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more speed up. And, you know, the clock now is a big part of the game now. So I guess get used to it, right? So Randy Arozarena has 10 home runs with a minute 32 to go and is in his timeout period. He got a few seconds to go in his timeout and then see how many more he can put up on the board. Barman, I don't even think he has to win. I just think that he needs to have a good performance. Even if he doesn't win, if he has a good performance, ton of home runs. All right, here we go. Back on. That's 11. That looks like 12. That is 12. That's 13. That looks like 14. That's 15. That's 16. That looks like it's 17. Stays fair, it's 18. All right, so 17 home runs right now. 15 seconds. You see, he's getting tired. And that's the last, and that is 19 home runs for Randy Arozarena. Did not get a 30-second bonus. Didn't hit any ball over 440 feet, so didn't get the 30 seconds. 19 home runs is a pretty good start for the first at-bat, and you can see he's already exhausted. It's not easy. Again, you got to pace yourself, got to call timeouts at the right time. I think Pete Alonso is going to have at least 27 home runs in his first for his first round. So that's where we are right now. 19 home runs for Randy Arozarena. Next up, his opponent, Adolis Garcia. Yeah, that is crazy that I'm way ahead of the West Coast feed since the game is the Northwest. You're banned from saying the team sucks? Who banned you? I didn't ban you. Somebody, maybe one of my moderators did. I don't know, but Shooter, this is a celebration of baseball. We don't need no negativity here today. There's no need for it, right? We're celebrating All-Stars here. Oh, wait, hold on, guys. He got a 30-second bonus. They just said that he has 30 seconds. He hit one ball over 440 feet, so he gets that 30-second bonus. So let's see how many more he can hit in 30 seconds.
The love affair that he has with the fans of the All-Star Baseball Classic has continued. And he's being himself. He's very comfortable.
So he's got 30 seconds. He's got 19 home runs. That's 20. That is 21. Could be 22. He might have 24. 24 home runs for Randy Arozarena. Hit 5 more home runs in 30-second bonus time. Yeah, shooter, 100%. It is. I was going to get a Senga All-Star jersey. I'm not paying $500. I 100% agree with you. Sometimes it's a price gouge. You know, if they made that $100, they would sell probably thousands and thousands of more. But I'm actually going to buy the All-Star Senga shirt. I already ordered it. That was like $40, but I'd rather pay that than $500 for a jersey. That, you know, if it was if the All-Star game was at Citi Field, I might have paid that much for the jersey just because I'm obsessed with stuff like that. But I'm not a big jersey guy, so muted. I know, but it is what it is. People have their own reasons for blocking people and banning people. Yeah, I agree. Sure, the $200 max. I can see it being $200 since it's you know, because it's the All-Star game jersey. I get it. So, all right, guys. So it was 24 home runs for Randy Arozarena, 25 home runs Garcia needs to beat him in the first round. If they tie, I believe it's a 30-second runoff. We'll find out. So here we go. Yeah, exactly. A 10-year anniversary to it. All right, guys. So Adolis Garcia from the Texas Rangers is going to be hitting just now and trying to beat 24 home runs hit by Randy Arozarena.
Part of 3 human-born players on this side of the bracket, Luis Robert, the other, he will be with that big
I think this sky's the wild card here. So much power. Simple power. Oof. That's already 2. Oh boy. That's 3. That's 4. Very simple swing with a lot of power. 4 home runs already. 2.5 minutes to go. Pitcher got to throw the ball better. Jeez. That looks like number 5, left center. These pitchers suck. Needs 20 more to beat him. That's 7 home runs. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. That might make it. Ten home runs, 1:28 to go. He called the timeout with 1:26. So I'm assuming one of those balls are at least 440 feet, so he's going to get some bonus time. So he needs 15 more home runs in 1.5 minutes, but he's going to have bonus time because at least one of those home runs were 440 feet at least. So at least 30 seconds more added to bonus time once the time is up. But right now, Adolis Garcia has 10 home runs with 1:26 to go, trying to beat Randy Arozarena's 24 home runs in the first round. So here we go. He's back in the box. See if he can get 15 more home runs to beat Arozarena. That's 11. All right, still 10. The pitcher's got to throw him better. 11, that's 12. That's 13. That's 14. That's 15. 40 seconds left. You got 15 home runs. 30 seconds, 15 home runs.
He's going to get close to getting another 30. Ground ball that time.
And this is the reason why Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Alonso are the favorites in this contest. It's the ability to be
Getting tired. That is 16 home runs.
That stays up. We'll get to 17. It doesn't get over the wall. Big pitch here.
And that is 16 home runs. Time is up. And we're going to wait to see how many bonus time he has. I'm assuming a few of those balls were over 440 feet. Let's see if he gets more than 30 seconds. Gets a 30-second timeout. Yeah, exactly, Juju. I agree, Joe. If it wasn't for the whoever won the All-Star game gets home field advantage in the World Series, which is kind of funny, because the National League was supposed to have if it went goes back and forth, the Mets would have had home field advantage in the World Series. So he gets 30 seconds bonus time. He needs 10 home runs to win, 9 home runs to tie. Can he get those many home runs? We shall see. He's got to get them quickly, that's for sure. So, Adolis Garcia, 30-second bonus time. He needs 9 home runs to tie. I'm sorry. Yeah, 9 home runs to tie, 10 home runs to win. Sorry, 8 home runs to tie, 9 home runs to win. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. He's tired. Not going to do it. Might get 20 home runs, maybe. And that is it. Randy Arozarena beats Adolis Garcia, who had 17 home runs to Arozarena's 24. And again, it's not all about being a power hitter. It's about stamina as well, right? You gotta pace yourself. So it is about stamina there. And again, there's a pitch clock. There's a time clock. It used to be the 10 out that you used to get, which I liked better. I don't like the timed one because I think you don't really see the pure power from these guys. When you get 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as you want, with 10 outs, you get to take your time, but they don't want a 5-hour home run derby, which is kind of stupid to me. I mean, why not? I think it's fun. I don't like orange at all. I like the ice. The light blue one, I like that Gatorade for sure. So, Randy Arozarena is going to the second round, beating Adolis Garcia in the first round. Next up is going to be Luis Robert Jr. against Adley Rutschman. So there we go, guys. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I know because Adolis Garcia was like what, +500 or 600. Yeah, I don't like the original orange and lemon lime one. I don't like those ones for some reason. I was always a glacier ice guy. The blue one, that one was fine. So we're waiting for the second tandem in the first round. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button. Don't forget, guys, Mets baseball is not back until Friday, just like everybody else. But today is the celebration, and tomorrow celebrating the great game of baseball. So once again, guys, make sure you enjoy it a little bit. Let's forget about the stand-ins. Forget about your team for a day or two. In the Mets case, they got Pete Alonso and Kodai Senga as the 2 All-Stars. Adley Rutschman is ready to take his chances at the Home Run Derby. Obviously, the big-time Orioles prospect, now catcher who came up and lit the world on fire last year when he came up, almost made the Orioles go on a run and make a playoff spot. So Adley Rutschman is ready to go and seeing if he can get some damage done in the Home Run Derby is first as a Major League Baseball player. Here we go, guys. Let's see what Adley Rutschman can do in the Home Run Derby at T-Mobile Park. Here we go, guys.
Sure, Oregon, around 200 miles from here. Adley's getting set. Bats getting set. Buster, there was a classic moment earlier where Adley came out into the
So his father is going to be throwing to him. That's pretty cool.
Kind of stretching and loosening up, and Adley's trying to yell to him, "Hey, Randy, Dad, run, something." Couldn't get his attention. He was into it.
Since Adley was about 8 years old, he estimated that's the first time he mentioned to his father, "Look, if I ever do a home run derby, you're going to be the guy who throws to me." So that when he called to actually put in the formal request, he said it was more like a continuation of a conversation than an actual request. His dad actually took it in stride and ready to go. He thinks he's going to be fine in this atmosphere.
This is his home ballpark growing up. Yes, 200 miles away. Yes, a long trip. In Oregon, you come here to Seattle to watch.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Adley got. Oh, look at that swing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Love that lefty swing. Oh, boy. Adley's going for it. Oh, boy.
Remember Sunday, 161 longest of his career.
Okay, so the only left-handed hitter in this contest. Ball flies out to right field a lot better than it does to left field, especially with the.
That looks like number 3.
You know, that's number 3.
Straight line drive hitter, man. Woo. Oh, that's 4. Wow, that's a shot. I'm rooting for Adley here. Left-hander like me. That's 5. 2:10 to go.
Seed against the 1 seed, Luis Robert, and a really good start here as
There you go. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10. Oh, just missed it. All right, so he's got 9 home runs with 1:29 to go and just called the timeout. So you see that beautiful left-handed swing? I mean, I don't think I ever seen a left-handed batter not have a great swing. You see that really, really smooth swing from the lefty Rutschman right there. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, he's more of that line drive power hitter. That's, you see it like most of these guys are. And you see Rutschman the same way. He's just like that. Yeah, exactly. He's a switch hitter. But I have a feeling the reason why he's lefty is because he's probably a pure left-handed hitter and learned to bat right-handed. But I think it's a little shorter down the right field line than the left field line. So I think that's probably a good way to go about it. So he has 9 home runs with 1:29 to go. Here we go. See what he can do. He's got 10. He's got 11. 12. Minute to go. 12 home runs. That's 13. That's 14. That's 15.
That could do it right there. Maybe not.
That could be 16. That's 17. 18. 20 seconds. That's 19. Oh, not 19. Sorry, guys. That's 19. That's 20. 20 home runs for Adley Rutschman, and we are 21 home runs, excuse me. And I do see if he can get that 30-second bonus, and he does. So he gets a 30-second timeout and gets 30 seconds for the bonus. So he's got 21 home runs. The pure power line drive, which is very good. And that is something that is always cool to see. Let's see how many more home runs he can get with 30-second bonus time once the timeout is over. And again, this 3-minute time limit, it gets really, really tiring trying to hit home runs with 3 minutes instead of the 10 outs that of years past. So definitely a nice performance from Adley right there. 21 home runs with 30-second bonus time. How many more can he hit in 30 seconds? Here we go, guys. Adley is going to add to his home run total of 21. Oh, he turned around to right-handed. How about that? That's awesome. Oh, wow. That's a shot. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 home runs. 29 home runs from the switch hitter Adley Rutschman right there. Big performance from Adley right there. And again, he has a little bit of a advantage there batting right-handed. Can a little, that right hand gets tired left-handed, turn over, and you're good to go. So did they give him 28 home runs only? I think it should have been 29, but 28 home runs it is for Adley Rutschman. That's going to be a tough go for Luis Robert Jr., the number 1 seed in this home run derby. 28 home runs. Luis Robert Jr. has to beat him. 29. Okay, excuse me, 27 home runs. Oh, 28 home runs, excuse me. 28 home runs in the first round, and Luis Robert has a lot of work to do. 29 home runs to win, 28 to tie. Did they say 27 or 28? Because on the sign it said 28.
That he's able to provide. Watch how he stays back and leans on that right leg. Beautifully done. The specs.
28 home runs.
And then the Rutschman's mom, sister.
For the kid and the family and Acuna watching this thing, who grew up coming to games here in Seattle, and talked about this and about it right there with him. That was awfully impressive from Adley Rutschman, the Oregon State superstar in the College World Series, most outstanding player a few years ago, and has taken the major leagues by storm. One of the faces of baseball. Rutschman will now take a seat.
All right, so Luis Robert Jr., the number 1 seed, needs to hit 29 home runs to win, to beat Adley Rutschman.
Here with
28 to tie. Can he do it? Number 1 seed in the home run derby. Here we go, guys. Robert is up. Here we go.
If Royce Robert is to contend here, the first minute is going to be the most important score.
Oh, he's in trouble already.
He's tapped 7, I believe, in the first minute. Now, the advantage that I believe he has is I think he can reach 440 multiple times. That'll give him that extra 30.
That is 2 home runs. That's 3 home runs.
Community, Robert, 6-1 at the second deck, and line shots. Easy
4. That looks like it's 5. 6.
Adolis Garcia took part in the home run derby 1 year. Didn't hit a single home run. Luis Robert was making fun of him. The next year,
7.
Robert didn't hit any home run. Adolis Garcia-
8.
He wasn't going to do this.
9.
But when Adolis got in, when Arozarena got in, it was a no-brainer for him. He wanted to take part.
Should be 10.
Right now that he's hitting them already 1 over 440. I believe he'll get the next one. And this right now will put him in play with that Rutschman.
That's a huge shot to center field.
Wow. 11.
He, along with Alonso, who's got 480-foot plus home runs, that fast track.
12.
Robert's got 487 foot.
13.
Wild card series in
4. 13. A minute 27 and calls a timeout. 13 home runs with a minute 27 to go. That's pretty good for a minute 27 to go. He doubles up on that. That's 26 and is definitely going to get the 30-second bonus. So he's definitely got a shot. Well, I'm not surprised YouTube TV is behind. It is streaming, so it will be a few seconds behind. Even on the West Coast regular feed is behind. So he has 13 home runs with a minute 27 to go. That's actually pretty good home run total with a minute 27 to go. And he's definitely going to get the 30-second bonus time for hitting a home run over 440 feet. So here we go. See what he can do. That is...
To be able to support him. Everyone knows that Ali Rutschman here in the Great Northwest is
14. 15. 16. 17.
Look at that one right now. 29-degree launch. That ball is hit harder.
18. 19. Oh, that one almost went out of the ballpark. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. Woo. 26. 26. 8 seconds to go. 27. Is this 28? Did they give it to him? He's got 27 home runs as the time expired, and he will get bonus time. Needs 2 home runs to beat Adley Rutschman's 28. What a showing from both of these guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Tim, you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Awesome performance by Luis Robert Jr. He is the number 1 seed. Can he get? He's got a minute bonus time because he hit multiple. 2 home runs over 440 feet. So he needs 2 home runs in a minute to get to the next round. Here we go. See if he can get it to win it. Here we go.
And he will advance. A2 played in the WBC for Team Cuba.
Oh, he needs one more home run. That's right, guys. Sorry, Rutschman was 27. Uh-oh. Struggling a little bit. There it goes. That's it. That is 28, and he gone to the next round. What a performance by Adley Rutschman and Luis Robert Jr. But Luis Robert Jr. is moving on to the second round, and that is no fault of Adley Rutschman. 27 home runs. I mean, you're going against another prolific power hitter in Robert. So he is on to the second round with Randy Arozarena. So next up, who is going to win the Home Run Derby? Is it going to be the New York Mets, Pete Alonso? And again, the next round is Robert Jr. versus Arozarena. And now the second part of the bracket, Alonso Rodriguez, Betts, and Guerrero Jr. Yeah, the Cowboys need more than God, buddy. Steven. Yeah, David Wright was in a home run derby at Pittsburgh. I remember that. That was pretty cool. So, commercial time. Next up, Julio Rodriguez against our boy Pete Alonso, who, let's hope, can find his swing in the home run derby so it helps the Mets down the stretch of their last 72 games of the season. Carlos Ortiz, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button. And, of course, donations are always appreciated. And, Carlos, I appreciate that 110%. Thank you so much. Robert, I think Ryan Howard did beat David Wright that year. It was so long ago. But once again, Carlos, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. And once again, guys, I will be going. I can't do the live stream tomorrow for the All-Star game, but I'll do a little bit of an All-Star game preview and stuff like that. Just talk about the great game of baseball and all that fun stuff. Steven, I actually think it would hurt Lindor to be in a home run derby. I think he would do good in the home run derby because he's got sneaky power left-handed. Because he got that home run type of swing, uppercut swing. But I think it would hurt him during the season because he's not ready. You think it's Valeria, Elijah? We'll see. So don't worry, guys, for the people who asked me about doing a Cowboys channel. We'll see. All right. There's not a lot of time in the day. I'm going to have the Cowboy channel and the Mets channel interacting with each other for at least a month, maybe 2. So, yes, Tezo, I agree with that. Alvarez will definitely do the home run derby. Imagine if Pete Alonso makes it as well, and both of those guys are going after each other. That would be pretty cool. So, once again, guys, Pete Alonso, Julio Rodriguez next up on the docket. Randy Arozarena and Luis Robert Jr. is going to the second round and will be facing each other. And we'll see who is going to be next up. Again, Pete Alonso's in a tough spot. Going against the fan favorite in Julio Rodriguez. And Rodriguez was the one to knock out Pete Alonso last year in the home run derby. Can he do it again, or Pete Alonso will prevail? And again, Pete Alonso is a number 2 seed, so Julio Rodriguez is going to get first dibs. And Pete Alonso is going to get a chance to see how many home runs he needs to get to the second round and beat Julio Rodriguez. So Pete Alonso is not going to get a lot of fan cheering going on, except from the few Met fans that might be there at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. So we shall see. Once it comes back on audio will pop back up. Once again, guys, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. Matt Olson's another one that I think would do well. Again, he's got that pure power swing. But again, a lot of these guys, you might actually hurt their swing in the season. That's why a lot of guys don't do it. They think it hurts their swing. But I think a guy like Alonso, I think it's more about confidence more than anything else, to be honest with you. All right, here we go, guys. Commercial is back. Alonso Rodriguez, round 1. See if our boy Pete Alonso can beat the fan favorite in Julio Rodriguez. Here we go.
1 in 5 U.S. households have no internet access.
All right, so they're still on a quick commercial. So I know there wasn't a Shea Bridge show and a Mets Roundtable podcast. A lot of people were doing certain things, again, coming back from the holidays, people traveling and all that stuff. But we will get it back next week once the season gets back started again, Sunday, 8 p.m. Actually, it might be a little earlier because I think it's Sunday Night Baseball for the Mets and Dodgers. But definitely Shea Bridge show on Sunday and the Mets Roundtable podcast on Monday. Yeah, Robert, I was, but Hayden was still traveling back from his baseball tour trip, and a lot of the guys that are usually on the Mets Roundtable podcast were doing a lot of things with their channels, so I didn't want to, mess them up, and they got to work on their channels as well. So I appreciate them just giving me a heads up on that. But definitely we'll be back next week when the season starts. So here we go, guys. Pete Alonso, Julio Rodriguez, round 1. Let's see what both of them got. Last year, Julio Rodriguez knocked out Pete Alonso. Let's see what they can do at T-Mobile Park. Here we go, guys.
Speaking of incredible, we just saw Anthony Rutschman put on a show, and then Luis Robert.
Oh, excuse me, guys. It is Vlad Guerrero and Mookie Betts that's next up.
And they lightweight on the right, and they'll say, hey, don't dismiss Mookie Betts, but 5'9", 180. And it's been a 4-year wait to see that guy Vlad in the Derby again. And
So, listen up, guys. I'll be right back.
29 in round number 1. And it felt like Vlad would do every one of them and come close to winning every one of them.
Yeah, and a lot of line drive shots. He's not one to hit the ball high in the air, not a lot of launch angle. This is líneas with high exit velocity. Out of all the contestants here, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has the highest exit velocity of any at over 109 miles per hour. In order for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to win this, he has to get into the bonus round. He goes first. I think this is an advantage for Mookie. But at the same time, he has one thing that Mookie does not, and that's the power.
Yeah, the average distance in 19 was 4:25. When we talk about a round, he had 40 in that second round against John Peterson. John Peterson is a heck of a home run derby contestant. So Vlad will take the bat, get into the box. And it's great to see John Schneider back, his manager, who still does throw batting practice.
Not only does he throw batting practice for the Blue Jays, he's not even in the All-Star coaching staff. He's where they take not only the Astro coaches, but also a few others. He came strictly to Seattle for this.
So he's got his mates here. He's got Mo Bichette. He's got Whit Merrifield. They're all waiting. We're Romano waiting to see this guy start to get on track.
All right, Vlad finally got number 1.
Who is the bullpen catcher for the Houston Astros. He's actually catching back there, coaching Vlad through this.
There's a high drive from left field, and that one gets to the second deck. So 3 overboard for Vlad to start. Likely number 4.
Very unlike Vladdy. Vlad is hitting a lot of these balls up in the air. He's more of a line drive type guy like that one right there. Those are way too high right now. He's trying to force it up in the air. His swing does not dictate anything to be hit on the air as much as over.
6 home runs, minute 50 to go.
The two gold stars are lit up. And Vlad is now starting to take on some rockets to Mount
Oh, he's starting to heat up now. He's going to have a minute bonus time, so he's good. He's 11 home runs with a minute 31 to go and a timeout. So he's going to have a minute bonus time, and he already got 11 home runs. So he's at least got 2.5 minutes to get a lot more home runs. He's taking a timeout, 30-second timeout. 11 home runs for Vlad Guerrero with a minute 31 to go, and we'll have a minute bonus time, hitting at least 2 balls over 440 feet. Once again, guys, if you want to stream the All-Star game or any sporting event, download Dofu Sports app, and it's a really good. You can find a link for anything, and it's actually really good. I use it all the time. For the like when I'm away or stuff like that, and I can't get my normal SNY feed or something like that, I use that. So it's pretty cool, and it works very well. And it actually works for me a lot. I actually watch some soccer on there as well when I'm really bored and there's no sports on. So here we go. Let's see what he can do. That's number 12 for Vlad.
Once he does that, it becomes special. Right there, you're going to say, let it get to you, let it get to you. He's going to get through this. This is a good sign for Mookie Betts, guys. Even though Vladdy does have an extra minute, I believe more than Mookie.
15 home runs, 16 home runs.
underneath one again. That Vlad sitting there at 15 homers. Power numbers haven't really been there this year when you think about what he's capable
16.
of. That one gets over in left field. He didn't come in here with a game plan other than I'm going to hit homers. Why make this complicated? Takes one there.
Getting a little fatigued. His swing is different than what it was in Cleveland. He brings his hands a little bit lower than he did
17.
But you see that line drive that went over, that's the type of hitter he is. The line drive type guy that just has that wicked ability of being able to put the bat.
18. Oh, 17, excuse me. All right, so he has 17 home runs and will get a minute bonus time. He gets the 30 seconds each of the home runs that he hit over 440 feet, gets a minute bonus time. So he is got a good chance to hit in a few more home runs to give him a little bit more home runs so he can try to beat Mookie Betts, his opponent. Yeah, Peacock's pretty good with the wrestling. Did you watch all those wrestling documentaries, Right Wing? Yeah, Robert, I'm not a home run hitter. I tell you that. Even when I was in college, I wasn't a home run hitter. I was definitely over a 300 hitter. Well, Steven, you can only get up to a minute of bonus time. You only get 2 bonus 30 seconds. So let's see. You got 17 home runs with a minute bonus time. Let's see what he can do. All right, here we go. Vlad, minute left in bonus time. Let's see how many more home runs he can get to try to beat Mookie Betts.
Yo prefiero disfrutarlo desde aquí contigo, tú sabes, hablando, viendo hablar de dando jorrones. Ya yo lo maté, ya. Uno, ya.
Okay, Eduardo, you got that. Me?
Yeah. He was saying that he.
Oh, that's 18.
That's enough. He's having a lot of fun doing it, but he just miss it a little bit.
Get a couple here in his bonus round, which is
That's 19. That's 20.
Deep into the 9 in left field. There's one
21.
That's going to stay fair. The second deck is majestic.
22.
You know, we haven't seen one go more than halfway up.
Oh, he's fatigued right now. He's lost his bottom half, but he needs to just hit the ball out front like that. This is on top.
23.
It's looking pretty for Vladdy.
24. 25.
It's just a little extra like a golf ball. It just elevates halfway through and he got into a groove and he got jammed on that one.
26.
He's done. He's checked out. I'm good. Post him up. We'll see what happens.
All right. Vlad Guerrero Jr., 26 home runs. Tough task for Mookie Betts, who is not really a home run hitter. More of a line drive, gap-to-gap hitter. Victor, no, Pete has not gone up yet. He's going to be the last duo to go in the first round. So in about 20 seconds, Mookie Betts will get the opportunity to try to get 27 home runs to beat Vlad's 26 home runs. We'll see what he can. So once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button. Make sure you do that. More people will definitely watch the stream after the live is over. Again, last year it was over 7,000 views for this home run derby in total. About 3,000 was after the live stream was over. So I do appreciate all you guys for hitting that like button and doing everything else you got to do to let the stream get at the top of the list for people who want to see this type of content. So here we go. Mookie Betts, 26 home runs he has to beat. Can he do it? Mookie Betts, he already talked about that he's not a home run hitter, so it's tough for him, but let's see what he can do. Mookie Betts coming up to the plate needs 27 home runs to win.
Mookie feeling like I haven't done it, I'm going to try it, but he's basically said all week getting up to it, I get no chance. No one believes that.
No one really does believe it. One thing that Mookie is true, and he's not going to do this to embarrass himself at all. Now, the 440 is the mark that I don't think he can get to. If he does, that right there would be impressive. So it's dealing with 1 minute less than Vladimir Guerrero. Make it 30 seconds less than Vladimir Guerrero.
It'd be interesting to see Mookie, of course, because he's a lot smaller. Does he tire quicker? He's in phenomenal shape. Does that allow him not to tire?
I don't think he'll tire as much. I think the shape that he's in, it's a great cardio shape that he's in. He's got strong legs, strong base. It's a different bat that he's also using than any other contestant here. It's an axe-back handle, and a lot of these players that have had issues in the past go to this type of bat. I would not be surprised if when Mike Trout comes back after his hamate injury, he starts using an axe-handle type bat.
Mookie's hit a couple now sky high. And that one looks like he is off.
As it's 4. He's definitely not going to win this, but I love Mookie Betts, the competitor, knowing that he doesn't really have a chance.
Everybody's been around 10 or 11 with a buck 30 to go. Mookie's sitting here at 6.
He's surprised because he doesn't be here. He just did. If he would have asked for a timeout or not, see, this is the difference in Mookie with the cardio. It's not affecting him yet. Already at 115 mark. And all the others have already asked for time. Mookie continues to swing without any issues.
Yeah, but right there is an example of perhaps being a little tired. But that one looks like it's going to get over the wall. The one before that came up just short. That one does fine.
That one's not going.
All right, 1 minute, got 8 home runs.
This year, we'll fight like that.
You always said you get a timeout if you need it. He's not using it. Nope, doesn't want to do it. You can see him. 47 seconds to go. 30-second bonus. Nothing's really close to it. What a start to this year for Mookie Betts.
Got 11.
Home runs. On pace for 47. That's a big fly there, Eduardo.
And that one's as far to the center field side as you want Mookie to hit it. Everything else has to be cool on him. 11 home runs without a timeout. 10 seconds left. He went through this entire round without a timeout.
An interesting approach.
No one else is doing, right? He's crushing.
And that is it. He hit 11 home runs. A guy in Mookie Betts that says that he has no chance. He's not a home run hitter. But I love the competitor in him playing there and talking to his wife, who has his little son, a little baby. That's it.
Back in his career, say he did everything. And the home run derby is something he hasn't done, so that's something he needed to check off.
So you've seen Mookie play a lot of baseball. What are you seeing so far? He's got some extra time here, but he's got a lot of catching up to do.
Would you say?
He's got some catching up to do. What do you see? What do you?
So he gets a 30-second bonus. And he's probably not going to beat Guerrero. But, hey, the competitor in him is pretty cool. And one of the best players in the game.
Jason from left field, T-Mobile. You see T-Mobile? That's you right there. T-Mobile.
If it's for wrestling, JD, could he tag you and have you come into the ring for him?
I would love that. But nah. He tried to go. He went 3 minutes straight. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, I was curious. Why did he do that?
I don't know. Hey, go get him. Let's go.
All right. Mookie Betts gets 30 seconds. See how many more home runs he can hit.
Back in the business. Here's Mookie. Like what Brandon said, now have fun. One of the greatest ambassadors for the game, the greatest right fielder the Dodgers have ever had. A lot of folks still see Mookie and picture him in that Red Sox uniform where that incredible career got started.
Well, that's going to go far enough. The working over Mookie is
He was 15 behind with 30 to go.
he has to average a home run per second.
I give Mookie a whole world of credit for doing it, for listening to his wife and saying, you know what, I told you all I didn't have much of a chance in this thing, and then I get Guerrero in round one, but I'm doing it anyway. It's just been checked for Mookie Betts.
And that is it. 11 home runs for Mookie Betts. So he wanted to knock that off the bucket list. Good for him. Again, he wasn't going to win. He said it. Yeah, Ryan, you ain't kidding. And I'll tell you right now, if Steve Cohen was the owner at the time, I guarantee the Mets would have traded for Mookie Betts because they would have signed him. They would have come up with an extension. So here we go, guys. What we all been waiting for. Pete Alonso is going to be facing the hometown fan favorite in Julio Rodriguez. Guerrero goes to the second round along with Randy Arozarena and Luis Robert Jr. Let's just see if Pete Alonso can get some payback from last year. Julio Rodriguez knocking him out. Let's see what's going to happen, guys. Can Pete Alonso do it again? Get his third home run derby title. Let's see what he can do. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit on that like button if you haven't already. Let's get more people in this stream. Let's get more people to watch it after the stream is over. Let's just see if Pete Alonso can do it again. Well, Ryan, there has been talk about Robert being a little bit of a dugout problem, clubhouse problem, but there's some talk about him being traded at the deadline along with Giolito, Liam Hendricks, and all those guys. So he's great talent. That's for sure. Let's see what Pete Alonso can get. Can he do it? After the commercial, Rodriguez, Alonso up at the plate. Pete Alonso with the cool bat that everybody has been doing. Let's see what he can do. Julio Rodriguez is the first one up. Obviously, the 7th seed. Pete Alonso's a 2 seed, so Pete Alonso's going to know how many home runs he's going to need. Standing ovation for Julio Rodriguez. Here he goes.
Crowd on its feet here at T-Mobile Park.
Yeah, a lot of pressure right here from Julio Rodriguez, who is actually using a bat that says no place like home, and the home is a home plate. This kid lives for these moments, Merrill.
This is as big as it gets for him.
He knew last year in LA that if he performed well, as George Clooney would say, mi casa es su casa. Right now, he's welcoming everyone to T-Mobile Park.
That early start got Rutschman into a great position. His biggest issue is the guy he faced, Luis Robert. We'll see what Julio Rodriguez is able to do early in his round.
All right, Julio Rodriguez is coming up.
Everyone here is standing.
You'd love to see the kid just get off to a good start and get the crowd into it for him as well. That's a really good start. Yeah, that's a real good start. That's as long as we may see here. It's the second that gets set.
Uh-oh. Looking good for Rodriguez right now.
Boy, it started off a house of fire, and one popped up, and there goes another one. Julio. It's been a good season. We've seen others use this derby to get going. This is like a driving range right now for Julio Rodriguez.
But watch that last one, 439 feet. And what he is yet to get to 440, will this last one be the one?
They get one of the bonuses. That's a fly ball to center. They won't put a great start. He's at 10, now 11, and he's got 2 minutes to go.
And remember last year, his same BP thrower,
Oh, boy.
doesn't even take a step. It's just a short arm toss. Really effective, close to the plate.
So he's going to get a minute bonus time. He got a minute 40 to go with 13 home runs. Very good stuff for him. All right, so he's got 14 home runs with a minute 35 to go. So that's a great start for him. And we'll also get a minute bonus time for hitting 2 balls over 440 feet. Going to be tough for Pete Alonso, that's for sure. So 14 home runs for Julio Rodriguez with a minute 34 to go and bonus time of a minute that he already is going to be getting. So he might get well over 20 for sure. Doesn't look like he's that tired at all like the other guys. So we shall see. Alonso's in the batting cage underneath the stadium, waiting for Julio Rodriguez to finish. So 30 seconds are up. Minute 35 to go. And we'll have a minute bonus time. 14 home runs already. Here he goes.
And still continues to work out. Julio had 32 in the first round last year. And he is just about on pace for that number again. 20 pitches, 20 swings. 70% of the time the ball left the building. Oh,
Oh boy.
The thing is, all the fans here in Seattle,
Every swing seems like a home run.
they know that every home run here counts. They're all on their feet. And these cheers will turn into boos.
Oh, that's a shot.
Kirkland, get ready. But swing percentage to Homer. This is damage.
This is what we saw last year.
Maybe he's built for this event. There's another home shot.
Wow.
Oh, man.
25 home runs, 35 seconds to go.
Still 37, plus a minute of bonus time.
He, like any other hitter in the room, knows that he has to go for a home in the first round. Alonso is just too big of a challenge, and oh my, is he doing it?
Oh, my goodness. You're in that upper deck and left. You're leaving the souvenir.
Wow.
Another. The only thing stopping him is the clock right now. What a shot.
32 home runs and still got a minute of bonus time. He might hit 40. That is insane. That is insane. Pete Alonso is a beast, but that's a lot of home runs. Woo. Yikes. 32 home runs. It got a minute bonus time. Again, got the fans behind him. Pete Alonso's already looking on. Oh, boy. But if anybody can do it, it can be Pete Alonso. That's for sure. But how many home runs does he need? You might think, I would say he might get another 6-7 home runs from Julio Rodriguez, which will bring him to 39 home runs in the first. Wow, that's crazy. That is big time. All right, so here goes his minute bonus time, 32 home runs. Here he goes.
Miles an hour. He's hit several over 440. The longest is 452. He is the only player with multiple 30-homer derby rounds in a career. He's got 3, the only player.
And the fans in Seattle is chanting Julio. Julio. There you go, guys. 32 home runs, 1 minute bonus time. Can he get to 40?
Julio Rodriguez is trying to become the youngest to ever win a derby.
No step to throw BP. It's a short arm right to the point. Up and in.
Oh, boy. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 'Wow. 41 home runs by Julio Rodriguez. Pete Alonso needs 42 home runs to beat Julio Rodriguez. That's a task. Alonso's a beast, but that is going to be insane to beat. And Julio Rodriguez probably just tired him out. I don't think he's gonna win it because he's gonna be crazy tired. But 41 home runs by Julio Rodriguez. Pete Alonso is going to get the chance to hit 42 home runs. My Lord, that's impressive. Extremely impressive. Most home runs in the first round all time. Julio Rodriguez did it in front of the hometown crowd in Seattle. Can Pete Alonso find a way to hit 42? Now, the best chance I think Pete Alonso to do is to have 20 home runs with at least a minute to go and make sure he gets that 1 minute bonus time, which you think he'll hit 2 home runs over 440 feet. If he has 20 home runs by the 1 minute mark, I think he has a chance to at least, the very least, tie Julio Rodriguez. But it's going to be tough. Alonso's a beast. Right wing, nah. He's got 4 days after today to relax, so he'll be all right. And the competitor in you is not going to, sit down and not even try. 41 home runs. That's impressive. Very impressive. But let's see what Pete Alonso can do as an encore. Can he do it? Was eliminated last year in the second round against Julio Rodriguez. Now, the impressive 41 home runs by Julio Rodriguez. Pete Alonso coming to the plate. Can he pull off the impossible? Let's see what he can do. Pete Alonso got booed. And a couple of Met fans cheering him on. Let's see what Pete can do here. There you go, Pete. Come on, Myers. Throw some better balls, man. Come on. Got to get him inside. Pete's hit a lot of opposite field ones. He's on a good pace. 5 home runs. 7 home runs.
Not disappointed with this start for Alonso, given what Julio Rodriguez just did.
So Myers is doing a good job of hitting the spot, but it has to be up and in. Or Pete has to crowd the plate a little bit more.
Oh, there, smoked that thing. Here's another one.
All right. He's going to have 10 with a minute 40. He's got 10 home runs with a minute 30.
It's right around where everybody's been. 10 or 11 with a buck and a half to go. He's got 1. Now he's got the second. So he's hit 2 over 440.
All right. So he has 11 home runs with a minute 20 to go. 21 to go. Just took his timeout. He will have a minute bonus time. So he's going to have 2 minutes and 21 seconds to hit 30 more home runs. Yeah, Myers, the pitcher, is not throwing good balls at all. He threw 4 balls that weren't even swung at. So they're showing a couple of Met fans in the stands. They got 15 seconds. Got 2.5 minutes to hit 30 home runs. He's got to go on a quick pace here. Let's see what he can do. But the pitcher's not helping him. Let's see if he can do it.
Caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your
Unfortunately for Pete, he got the bad luck of the draw. All right, come back to the plate. He needs 30 home runs.
significant lead right now over Pete Alonso. He's got a buck 21 here and then another minute.
this is going to be an uphill battle right now for Pete. He has to at least get to 26 or 7. And I think that's going to be really difficult, especially with only a minute after that. I think this is going to be a tough one. We'll set the bar really high.
Think about the guys that have advanced, and Julio Rodriguez put on the most impressive show. Alonso sent one right towards on set. And then the next one, before that one lands, is headed towards left center field, and it will get out. So 40 seconds left in regulation.
15 home runs.
A whole lot of ground to make up.
A lot of outside pitches. That's not where you want to throw them.
Which is causing Pete to try to go the other way. He's able to do it there, and then he puts one.
Yeah, see where that pitch was, middle lane. That pitch away just does happen. Peter Alonso.
Got to throw it high and inside.
Julio Rodriguez,
Bad pitches.
looks like he's going to send him packing in back-to-back home run derbies, barring some miracle from Alonso.
I think when he goes back and looks at the location,
Well, he has 19 home runs with a minute bonus time. It's a lot of home runs that he needs. Yeah, Ryan, I mean, in a home run derby, you're not trying to go opposite field. That takes a lot more energy out of you. But the pitcher's throwing so many outside pitches, like that's not helping the case. You gotta throw them up and in, where it's a little less energy to try to hit those home runs. But the crowd's against him, and he's got a bad draw. So he has 19 home runs, a minute to go.
For details. After he won the 2021 Home Run Derby, Alonso said, "I think I'm the best power hitter on the planet." He needs a lot of homers in a little time.
yeah, yes, it needs a lot of those. Again, a lot of work that he's.
Well, he's hit a couple quickly.
He hasn't made the adjustment, and the pitches are away to just crowd the plate. Cheat in and try to pull. We all know that he's strong enough to go the other way, but the problem is the matchup that he had. Julio Rodriguez.
That and the fact that Mike Freeman, who was his travel ball coach, was going to be the guy to throw the play and practice the lunch. And Freeman's elbow started barking. So literally 2 days ago, he asked Aaron Myers to do this. They never had a chance to do it together. And I'm not sure it would have made any difference given what Julio Rodriguez did about 15 minutes ago.
10 seconds, no chance for Peter Alonso.
After the second year in a row, Julio Rodriguez is going to knock Pete Alonso out.
21 home runs for Pete Alonso. I mean, it was almost impossible to try to beat that 41 home run that Rodriguez did, but the pitcher really didn't help. And you heard the story about his travel ball coach that was throwing him the last couple of home run derbies was sick, so we couldn't pitch to him. And then he had this guy Myers who only was picked 2 days ago. So Myers didn't really he was trying to strike him out, but Pete Alonso, 21 home runs, loses in the first round to Rodriguez 2 years in a row. Rodriguez knocked him out. So the final four: Robert Jr., Arozarena, and Rodriguez, Guerrero Jr. So not another title for Pete Alonso, but got good matchups coming up. Robert against Arozarena and Guerrero against Rodriguez. So stay tuned. Let's see who is going to win the 2023 Home Run Derby. And obviously, the hometown crowd is with Julio Rodriguez. 41 home runs is the most ever in home run derby history. And they're showing a commercial for that movie Oppenheimer, which, if you don't know about that, is the guy who developed the atomic bomb. And I can't wait for that movie to go. I'm always I love that. I love all that history stuff. So on the 21st of this month is Oppenheimer, which is a movie I can't wait to watch. I'm a little bit of a crazy historian about World War II. I love all the documentaries about it. You know, I probably watched about 40 different documentaries about the the Germany side and all that stuff with Hitler and the Nazis and all that stuff, and all the different documentaries, and of course against, you know, you all heard about Normandy and all that stuff and all that crazy stuff. But that Oppenheimer movie, I'm very excited about. Yeah, Myers was throwing those cutters on the outside corner. Yeah, World War II is my thing. Every documentary, every movie I can watch, I'm just crazy for that. You know, I'm one of those people that, you know, I was very interested in, you know, I was just curious to see. Yeah, Teddy, I agree. I mean, that was the you know, JL, I was never a Mission Impossible guy. I never liked it. You know, Alien, I've watched so many documentaries. I do think that he just went insane. I mean, he was already a nutcase, obviously, for what he did, but I think his mind just went crazy. But again, we all know that the Allies side of World War II clearly, you know, got lucky in a lot of instances to win World War II. Let's be honest. You know, I've never been to Pearl Harbor. I'd love to go and, you know, obviously visit the side of the Arizona and all that. But you know, if you know, obviously the big thing about Hitler and the Nazis and all that nonsense was, you know, the Mein Kampf, the book with, you know, the Nazi book and all that stuff. I actually read the English version because I wanted to see how insane it was, and it really was. Says, oh, you did. Oh, you see, I went to the World Trade Center Memorial, and I did the tour that's in the new World Trade Center. It was pretty cool. You go in the elevator, and it shows you from them building it all the way until its final days. So that's crazy. I would love to go to Pearl Harbor and see the Memorial of the Arizona for sure. But if you haven't read Mein Kampf, I'm not saying it's not a good book, obviously, right? But I was always I really wanted to know what was in it. You know, I know it's a lot of radical, crazy stuff, but wow, the last voyage of the Dementor. Huh. But I actually read the English version because I'm curious. I wanted to see how insane it really was. And I tell you right now, just reading it scared the hell out of me. That's how crazy it was. So if you're a historian buff, especially with World War II, read it. You could see how insane it was and the belief and the brainwash that went on during that time. Yeah, Alien, you know, I watched one of those documentaries of where did Hitler go, so to speak. You know, a lot of people thought he was in a bunker and took poison with his mistress and all that stuff. But yeah, so I know we're going into a lot of crazy stuff. Stezo, you know what's funny? I actually did a paper, a big paper. I actually was in I was in an important history class. It was an AP course. And it was actually I forgot what class it was, but it was basically revolved around World War II. And I wrote a paper about it also because you know, it was terrible, obviously, what happened during World War II with Hitler and the concentration camps and all that nonsense. That was just terrible. But reading the other side of it and see how they brainwashed people. Yeah, I watched a lot of documentaries about Stalin as well, but, you know, Hitler was the popular figure, obviously. But dictator, God, no. No, I don't want to do a history channel. God, no. You crazy? With politics today? My Lord, no. But But yeah, I'm a big World War II person. So all right, so Randy Arozarena facing Luis Robert Jr. is going to be batted first. Excuse me. And Julio Rodriguez and Vlad Guerrero Jr. rounds up this round 2. So let's see what Randy Arozarena can do. Yeah, talking history with Rob.
Postseason. Yeah, nowhere Bootsy wore those boots out during his introduction. Nobody liked the WBC more. Nobody.
No one. The spotlight, he loves the spotlight. And one thing you can say about Randy, wherever he goes, he's a fan favorite. Just like on Nebraska, pitching changes, pitch innings, he'll throw baseballs out there. And
All right, here goes Randy Arozarena.
Players, high school players, have adopted that cross arm that he does.
He was here last week, and they got a chance to get a feel for what it's like to hit in this ballpark. So again, 3 minutes on the clock. Luis Robert will wait. Randy Arozarena trying to get off to a fast start so far. Not great.
Yeah, the difference of all the BP throwers to what Pena has done with Julio Rodriguez, I think it's a difference maker.
Yeah.
Less action, less motion, straight arm to the strike zone. See Francisco, a lot more action, a lot more movement, but Randy just has not gotten his pitches consistently.
No, he smoked that one. That one was headed high into the second deck. There goes a line shot that's going to come up just short. There's a big blast.
Joe, so do I.
We're thinking that they might get some homers. Left field, and that second deck's been the seat of choice.
Joe, did you watch all the different documentaries on 9/11 for on Netflix? They got a lot of good ones. Oh, 7 home runs for Arozarena, 8-9 with 2 minutes to go. Pretty good.
There goes a high fly to left field. That's heading to Kenmore.
Stezo, I would have to do my research, but I would absolutely like to do that.
He asked for timeout, 132 mark last time.
Same way Julio was aware, and the fans were what he had to do because he was his opponent. Randy is really, really locked into who he's going to have to put a number up against. Take a breath.
All right.
This guy again. Pops. Hey, son. We got a little
Taking a
something on your
break.
face.
30-second break for Arozarena. Looking good so far. Yeah, Joe, I think I know which one you're talking about. That was insane as well. Well, obviously, Ted Williams was a big part of that. We all know that he served as well, and I know a lot of other players did. And he was in the prime of his career. Who knows what his numbers would have been if he didn't have to go to war. JL, you too, buddy. 14 home runs for Randy Arozarena with 1.5 minutes to go. He has 1 30-second bonus time, 1 home run of 440 feet or more. If he gets one more, he'll get a full minute extra. Well, let's see what Arozarena, who has been very impressive so far. A lot better than I thought. Yep, I agree. Alien, I think I know who you're talking about.
He's got one that's gone 440.
Starts with an S.
He's found a little groove here. That's 3 in a row for Randy. And then he hooks with it.
Yep, Sean, 100%. Well, luckily, I had 4 people that I known that was in the World Trade Center when it happened. Luckily, all of them survived. As you know, a lot of people passed. But Arozarena might have, I'm going to guess, 25 home runs by the time before his time is up. And he will have 1 minute bonus time.
They're all going high, hard, and history in left field. That's 4 straight. Takes it to be a smart.
Really good take.
26, 20 seconds to go. 27, 28, 10 seconds.
This looks like rain off, throw it, I'll hit it out.
He might get 30.
That's going to go, that's going to count.
30 home runs and will have 1 minute bonus time. Can he hit more? How many more can he hit? Oh my God, Alien, Jesus Christ. Well, that was the first tower that was hit, right? No, the second tower. That was hit. And the first one to fall, unfortunately. Well, yeah. Do you remember, Alien? You remember what floor she was on? Because I know somebody that was on the 100. I knew 4 people. One of them were on the 100th floor. I know that, and I do know that he evacuated as soon as it happened, so he didn't waste no time. Unfortunately, not a lot of people did. Luckily for the people who left early and started traveling down, obviously the elevators weren't working very well or at all. They had to walk down those flights, but everybody that I knew made it out. Obviously, too many people. One shouldn't have passed, but just imagine just going to work, not thinking that's for sure. But it is surreal. When I went up to the World Trade Center, the new one, and you go at the top, and you could, obviously you get the view of, the Hudson and the city, and obviously you see Jersey on the other side. I tell you right now, it's a surreal experience. Like, I mean, I can only imagine the horror. Joe, I probably jumped too, to be honest with you. Just end it quickly. Screw that. I ain't burning. I mean, I would do everything I can to try to find a way out, but if you don't have one, what are you gonna do, right? Wow, Alien, that's insane. All right, let's see what Randy Arozarena. How many more can he hit with a minute bonus time?
This looks a lot like the Julio Rodriguez round in it, because the pitches are all in the exact same spot.
All the same exact spot. Catching the ball out in front.
Yeah, the people on, a lot of people don't talk about the people on the plane. Even though we knew about the one plane that fought its way, because I believe it was going to Washington, that actually crashed in Pennsylvania.
Final 20 seconds for Arozarena.
Yeah, Alien. I mean, thank God for that. I was my freshman year in high school. 35 home runs, 36 home runs. 35 home runs for Randy Arozarena. What a performance by Randy Arozarena. Yeah, I can imagine. United 93, yeah. That was actually a movie, obviously there was a lot of details to that, but if you watch the documentaries on it as well of United 93, it's pretty awesome what them people did on there. Yeah, Joe, I mean, just think, there's people that were born after that are 19, 20 years old that weren't even born when that happened. And they're probably learning that in history class now. So Luis Robert Jr. has to beat Randy Arozarena's 35 home runs. Very impressive by Randy Arozarena. Can he do it? Let's see, guys.
Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Eduardo, the fireworks went primarily to left, but you got power everywhere if you need it.
Yeah, but watch the power where he has kept it and kept staying true to who he is during the regular season. Foul off to the pole down the line. Everything is from straight left field towards right center field. 35 home runs. He will get to the 440 mark. Will he be able to pass those 35 home runs hit by Arozarena? I say yes, he can. Now, it all depends on Sierra at pitch location, making sure that he stays up in the zone.
Randy Arozarena's longest homer, 447 in round 2. Robert's already hit one, 470.
And it's easy pop.
Yeah, let's see if he can
Yes, there's a for real.
rolls here where Sierra puts it up.
All right, guys, listen to Luis Robert. I'll be right back.
That's smoked. That is smashed to center field.
And if you see the leg work of Robert Jr., he's not deep into his legs, meaning he will not get his fatigue. Because on the other, Sierra has to throw that ball a little bit more even right there. That's the sweet spot. No, not there. Just bring it down good. Keep it fair.
Is it easier to go first or second?
I think it's easier to go first. You're not chasing.
Because that's in the back of your head right already, right? How many I need? I'm sitting here at 6. I get the bonus now, which is great.
So if you ask a lot of the hitters, they'll say give me second. And it's an advantage if you have the guy you're competing with that doesn't put up a big number because you don't have to use that many swings for the next round. Last time Robert won it in the first round,
Oh, boy.
he did not have to use that 4 minute of bonus time.
That 10-11 mark has been where they've all kind of been right at about 30. And that is right where he is. That's not good by Sierra. He knows it. You can see that. A lot more going the other way in this round than to left. Dead central and right center. Time ball.
Wendy's is open until midnight or later. So get into those cravings. Get that Baconator.
Give me one, give me one, Baconator. Let me get that bacon for 6 strips of bacon. Oh, there it is. When I say bacon, you say hey, bacon. Ooh, let me get a toot on the mega. All right. Okay. Now, what else? Dude. Sorry.
When the craving strikes, go night mode and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Baconator.
26 home runs for Robert on the year, third in the big leagues behind Shohei Ohtani. Matt Olson is speaking of Shohei Ohtani. Sunday Night Baseball, the Astros and the Angels. We'll start it all with baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. What do you think, Eduardo? 25 homers, so 127 in this round, 227 total.
Yeah, 227 total. Right now, he has to get on the run. And then Sierra has to be consistent. Right there is where he has to do it. But Robert, who doesn't use his legs much, that's why you have to help him in there. If you can stay middle in the entire time, you have a chance to catch Arozarena. If you're forcing Robert to hit the ball straight away center the other way, too much energy is gathered, and I don't think you'll be able to pull it off.
No, but Eduardo, very few balls go like that. That's a line shot to right field that doesn't get out.
Yeah, but right now, he's already into the bonus, right? So all he needs to do is find barrel, hit it out in front and go. Right there. That was a beautiful swing.
Yeah. Different round, though, than what we saw from Luis the first time, where it was on stick for him.
16 home runs with 35 seconds to go. And he will have a minute bonus. I don't know if he's going to get there to beat Arozarena's 35.
Anywhere. Any mark. Yeah, right there. Just that ball.
Then again, to what do you think? 23, 24 before the last minute starts?
I think he needs to get to at least 26. And he won't get there, obviously, with 12 seconds left. This is, I think, virtually almost impossible for him to cut that.
He's a little tired right now.
That could help him out big time right there. Get to 20. Reset.
All right, 20 home runs. and will get the 1 minute bonus time. He needs 14 home runs to tie, 15 home runs to win. Can he do it? He got a 30-second timeout before that minute bonus time. Yeah, and again, that affected America as COVID affected obviously the world. Yeah, I think people went a little bit too crazy with COVID, but that's for another different type of channel. Again, obviously, I think it was a little more. I think people just panicked, let alone actually trying to, just, the flu killed more people. Let's put it that way. But with that said, Randy Arozarena has 35 home runs. Luis Robert Jr. has 20 home runs with a minute bonus time. What can happen? Can he do it? If not, Randy Arozarena is going to the finals. He has 21 home runs, 14 to tie, 15 to win. 1 minute bonus time for Luis Robert Jr., a guy that will definitely be on the trade market come trade deadline time. Here we go. Can he do it?
14 in the minutes waits. He needs to get off to a good start.
Right wing, what high school you were in? Was it Stuyvesant? Because I know a lot of people that I went to junior high school with that went to Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant was like, it's like not too far away at all. I think he's done. He ain't going to do it. Looking like Randy Arozarena is going to be in the finals.
Could be Randy Arozarena if he goes up against Rodriguez. But Rodriguez has to go through Blaney first. Yeah, this doesn't look good right now. He knows it.
This one is over. And now we're going all the other way.
Oh, St. Patrick's. Okay. Yeah. All right. 22 home runs for Luis Robert Jr. And Randy Arozarena is going to the finals to face either Julio Rodriguez, the hometown favorite, or Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he has his daughter at home plate. And she's holding a ball. She's so cute. Alrighty, so last up in the second round, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. versus Julio Rodriguez, who will be facing Randy Arozarena in the Home Run Derby finals. Once again, Pete Alonso basically had no chance. He hit 21 home runs, but he was facing Julio Rodriguez, who hit 41 home runs. That's just almost impossible to beat. But Alonso can rest now. He'll get his opportunity probably to bat at some point in the All-Star game tomorrow. But he needs to get ready for the second half and the push that the Mets are going to need to find their way into the playoffs. Maybe, Elliot, maybe. So, next up, Rodriguez Guerrero Jr. Whoever wins faces Randy Arozarena for the championship. And once again, guys, don't forget, tomorrow is the All-Star game. There will be no stream. Maybe I'll do a little bit of like a pregame before the All-Star game. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a second half preview for our New York Mets. I'll see if I can get somebody on the channel to hang out with us and talk about the Mets second half and what do they think and what do I think the New York Mets have to do. What type of record do they need in the last 72 games of the season to make that third wild card spot at the very least? Stezo, I might, you know what? That's probably a better idea tomorrow. I'll probably do a video on the midseason grade for our Mets. Go down the line from the lineup to the starters to the bullpen. Yes, you know what, Stezo? That's a good call. Thank you. Tomorrow, I will put up a video as like a little premiere type of video to the grades for the Mets. And then I'll do the grades for all the players on the Mets, the lineup, the rotation, and the bullpen. And I'll do a team grade as a whole for the video tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. I'll probably put that out probably a few hours before the All-Star game, maybe an hour or two before. Right wing, yeah, winning record, but you know what? It's looking like it's going to be between 86 and 90 wins that is going to get the third wild card spot. And right now the Mets have, not a lot of wins. And they have 42 wins right now. So do the math, right? They got to win at least 44 games to get to 86 wins, right? So it's going to be tough, right? They got to play at least 20 games over 500 to get in that win total. Again, it all depends on the other teams, right? Because that third wild card team, right? The Braves have how many? Oh, the Braves, excuse me. The Phillies have 48 wins, right? They got to win 40 games out of their next 72 to have 88 wins, right? So, if they're play a little bit worse than that, and, I truly believe that it's going to be between 86 and 88 wins that's going to get the third wild card. It just seems to be like that. It was like that last year. Obviously the Phillies had 87 wins. No, right, I don't see it either. But I want to see this team. Look, I want them by the deadline to be within 3 games of a wild card spot. If they're there 3 games by the deadline, there's no reason why they can't do it, right? Look, get the 500. You're 6 games from 500. Get the 500, and then anything can happen. Because you do got 7 more games against the Phillies. Again, at the end of the year, the Mets play in a 2-week span the Marlins and the Phillies only to end the season, right? I said this yesterday. The Mets have, in September, starting on September 18th, they play 3 against Miami, 4 against Philadelphia, 3 against Miami, 4 against Philadelphia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of the last 13 games of the season are against Miami and Philadelphia. So if you're within reach, and I do think Philadelphia is going to be the team that's going to have that third wildcard spot at the time, you got them at the end of the year, you got them 7 more times. Be within 2 or 3 games of them by that time, and you have an opportunity to make the playoffs. That's where I think you have to be. And I don't know the strength of schedule. I'm going to check that. Let me just check that out. Julio Rodriguez is going to be coming up the bat. Let me just check that out really quick. So Philly has the 22nd toughest schedule, and the Mets have the 15th toughest schedule. That's for the whole year. But let me just check something. Let me just see who has the second half strength of schedule. So Julio Rodriguez is coming up. Let me just check, guys. Give me a second. Hold on. So Philadelphia will have the 21st toughest schedule. Well, Stezo, that's the thing the Mets have to hope for. They had a lot of road games in the first half. They have a ton of home games in the second half. Remember, they started 7 games on the road to start the season. So they have a ton of home games at in the second half. Let's hopefully that happens.
One of those moments, the same way the Derby
Yeah.
Juan Soto season around.
All right, Julio Rodriguez. Here we go.
Rodriguez season.
41 home runs in round one. Let's see what he got in round two.
Everybody to get up. They don't need to be told. They're already up.
His dad's a character.
But the crowd, quiet.
There it is. Buckle up.
See how he's trying to swing really easily and have that explode off his bat towards the second deck.
I just love the fact that he understands that to win this thing, it's not about center field, it's about full power. Getting it out in front, being well balanced, and attacking.
Not a huge start for Julio. Not a huge start for him. All to that first one. That one is towards left center field. And will carry over when the crowd now gets behind him.
That's the other one. Still no home runs over 440. He needs a lot more. He needs to put pressure on Vladdy Jr. before the 130 mark. That's usually where most of them have taken their time out. He's on a roll right now. He just is about to 2 in a row.
That one is looking foul to Savannah. That stayed up long enough. Alonso line drives well short in left
There
field.
goes Dad.
He's in 10.
There goes Dad.
Still hasn't got one over 440 feet. Good time out.
And of course, what happened last year with Rodriguez, he had a big first round, and in the second round, he gets a little tired there. He has 10 home runs with a minute and a half to go, and has no bonus time. Didn't hit a ball over 440 feet yet. Let's see what he can do.
Gonna need to find another one of those 30 home run rounds. Remember, he's the only guy with multiple 30 home run rounds. He's gonna need another one. One thing Julio hasn't done is let ball go by him. He swung at every single pitch that's been thrown. I think it was one maybe on an outside pitch that he let go by.
Yeah, and the reason why he hasn't taken many or any at all is because of that guy right there. I have never seen the way that he delivers for this competition. Watch his legs. They stay there. It's consistent. 97 miles per hour off the bat, 31 degrees will not do it in this ballpark. Yeah,
That's one. That may be a 440.
because it's more on the poor side. Watch the miles per hour. He needs at least 108 to be able to get to 440. 96 will not do it.
A lot more line drives and a lot more high fly pop-ups. Different round here for Julio.
I'm telling you, against Guerrero Jr.,
He still hasn't got any bonus time left. 14 home runs, 15 home runs.
He needs 2 rockets. He needs to get that number. He's getting ready and maybe tired.
a little fatigue setting in. That one right there will go over. But the 440 is essential here. And the fans know it too.
You almost want to take a couple just so you can get that extra bit instead of swinging at every one of them.
Well, you also have to understand he is the host here in Seattle. A lot of fatigue, waking up early, getting in late from Houston, waking up early and taking care of the people in the city, and he has put on a show.
And he has hit 16 home runs, exactly what Rodriguez did last year after his big performance is tire himself out and hit a lot less home runs. And Pete Alonso was the poor person that had to deal with that first round with Rodriguez. Guerrero will be coming up next. He has 18 home runs. He has a 30-second bonus now. See how many more he can hit. So unfortunately for Pete Alonso, he didn't face Rodriguez in the second round, where he was definitely tired. We shall see. So 18 home runs for Julio Rodriguez, getting 30 seconds to see how many more home runs he can hit. Again, he is facing Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Let's see if he can pick it up a little bit in 30 seconds to make sure Guerrero does not beat him. We shall see. Here we go.
Move forward with the trade request. The crowd is behind him. He's got 18 homers, 30 seconds to go.
Right now, my concern is that bottom hand of his. It needs to get through the zone quickly. It's a little bit different right now than in that first at bat, first time through. Watch how the top hand's taking over a bit.
The miss, if there's a miss, has been very consistent. There's a long shot there.
Uh-oh, getting a roll now. Is it a little too late? This is check out.
Won't get out of the building either. Interesting. Julio Rodriguez off a remarkable first round.
So Rodriguez had 20 home runs, 21 home run less than the first round against Pete Alonso. But 20 home runs, will that be enough to beat Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Might not happen, but we shall see. You've seen guys get tired quickly after the first round, but I think Vladimir Guerrero is going to prevail here. And Randy Arozarena is waiting for the winner of round 2 here to face whoever wins in the finals. So once again, 20 home runs for Julio Rodriguez. Vladimir Guerrero is coming up to the plate and needs 21 home runs to get to the finals. Will it happen? Let's see. Yes, Cesar, we have a lot of home games in the second half. I think we have. Oh, I'll do the math for you. Let's do a little bit of homework for the second half here. Let's see. We got 6, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So we have 41 home games out of 72. So we got 41 home games and 31 road games. So that's 10 games right there. And again, after the Dodgers series, the Mets have a schedule that should be winnable games, a lot of winnable games. But the Mets have shown that they play down to their competition. Let's see what Guerrero can do here.
They want Julio to get to the final. Halfway up that second deck for Vlad. And when the left center left the building, he keeps an eye on that. Doesn't get over the wall.
Remember, Vladdy did get fatigued in the first round. Will he be able to keep?
You can see Vladimir Guerrero is tired too. He's hitting a lot of line drives, but not over the wall.
Boy, those are just line shots.
Oh, he's getting hot now.
That one's a little further back. There goes another one towards deck number 2. He's got the bonus bonus already.
So he's going to have a minute bonus.
Doesn't feel like it's holding up, Eduardo.
I think he's going to win.
In this round, he might be a top-tier king. He is looking this one go.
Calls a timeout.
He's midway there. He's got 2:42 to get there. And Big Bo Bichette, microphone, he's walking over to get this in-depth interview with Snyder and Payne.
I'm ready.
Suave. Poco más. Breathe.
What do we have?
He feels good, man. He just needs to relax a little bit and get after it. But he feels good.
Ask him if he needs to.
Well, Michael, I wouldn't say he's down. I mean, Julio Rodriguez throw 41 home runs. That's almost impossible. He is right wing.
It's the second time. Definitely appreciate this one more and I'm grateful for it.
Feel good about your teammate?
Excuse me?
You feel good about your teammate right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. He's special for sure.
Okay, so he has both bonuses already, and that's a major advantage that he's going to have over Julio with 12 home runs already. And make that 15.
At the very least, this performance here gives the Randy Arozarena fans a reason to believe that he can win this. That's not putting up a massive number. We're going to get 20. He's got that bonus. He's got 2 minutes to get 6 more.
He's a little tired right now. I mean, this now is just a lot of focus and a lot of rotation. He's being beat over slash manager. I agree with you.
17 home runs with 38 seconds to go with a minute bonus. He's tired.
He
needs 4 more to win.
Take a few pitches. Yeah. Get my energy going, man. Then do things to win this. Deep ball party. He's going there. And a line shot with a lot of top speed will get out. Another one that won't get out.
Well, I love that he is doing this event because I think he's going to have a monster second half. He's going to find this one out on Juan Silva's bid for the last 2 times he's done these events.
He is toasty right now.
All right, so we got the 20 home runs. He has 1 minute bonus time to hit 1 more home run to beat the fan favorite hometown guy Julio Rodriguez to face Randy Arozarena in the finals. Yeah, Michael, I would think so. Guerrero is on his knees right now, bending down. He's tired. So pretty sure Guerrero is going to hit 1 more home run in a minute to face Randy Arozarena in the finals. So once again, guys, Vladimir Guerrero needs 1 home run in the 1 minute bonus time to beat Julio Rodriguez, and then he'll face Randy Arozarena in the finals.
He is some kind of special.
While we've had father and son combinations, pitcher and hitter, win this derby, Vlad is trying to join his dad, and that would become the only father-son combo to win it in the history of this event. So he needs 1, and he's got 50 seconds to do it. The first 2 haven't gone.
Don't panic. Here it comes.
He's done. Exit stage right.
All right, so he hits it, and he goes to the finals to face Randy Arozarena, and he beats Julio Rodriguez to get to the finals. Michael, I want to see Randy Arozarena win it. Randy Arozarena, he's fun. He's fun to watch. So, Arozarena against Guerrero Jr. for the finals at T-Mobile Park, Seattle, Washington. Home Run Derby 2023. Can he do it? Can Arozarena do it? Let's see who's going to win it. Arozarena, I think, is a pretty big surprise to be in the finals. But he's one of those guys that got that confidence. And I think Guerrero's in trouble because I think Guerrero's extremely tired. I think Arozarena is going to win. But we'll see. Yeah, Robert, I'm telling you, man. The Rays know what they're doing, man. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. So, once again, guys, look out for the video that I'll be doing. I'll be doing grading the entire Mets team from the lineup to the rotation to the bullpen to the manager to the GM. And then I'll give a full team grade for the first half of the season, the mid-season grades for the lineup, rotation, bullpen, GM, manager, and the whole team grade as a whole. So make sure you check that out. It'll be about an hour or two before the All-Star game that it will pop up. It'll be a video premiere so you guys can chat while the video is going on. The video will probably be about 10 minutes or so you have your time to interact with people and have a conversation and give your opinion about my grades. And we will go from there. I'm going to start with the main people in the bull. I'm going to do the main people in the bullpen, not every single person that pitched in the bullpen. I'll be there all day. But the main guys in the bullpen, the most important guys in the bullpen. And then, obviously, the rotation and the lineup. So make sure you check out for that. I think some people will be surprised with certain grades for certain people, but it's always fun to have that conversation and difference of opinions. Yeah, right wing, I don't know, because remember, there was some talk last year that they were trying to get some pitching, but it will be very interesting. Remember, they got the prospects to do certain things if they really want to, but you got to remember, the Orioles are right behind. What are they, like 2 games ahead of the Orioles? So we'll definitely see what they'll do. It's a very interesting trade deadline this year. You know, there's a possibility that the New York Mets and the San Diego Padres might be selling off some guys at the deadline. Tell me who thought of that before the season. You know, there's talk about Hader and Soto being on the trade block, and obviously we know about the Mets possibly selling. Yeah, I know, Robert. I mean, that sucks. And unfortunately for the Mets, if they would have won 2 out of 3, they would have been 5.5 games out of the wildcard spot behind Philly. And if they would have swept the Padres, they would have been 4.5 because the Phillies lost 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. But yeah, the Rays are going through a little stretch right now. But all the Rays have to do is go 500, and they'll make the playoffs with no problem. But they might actually lose that division to the Orioles, which would be very interesting. But for the Home Run Derby, Randy Arozarena versus Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Champion will be crowned for the Home Run Derby. Who will win? We shall see. I believe Randy Arozarena will be going first, so Vlad Guerrero Jr. will know how many home runs he will need. We shall see. And, of course, the All-Star game will be tomorrow. And then baseball, second half, will be starting back on Friday. And Marshawn Lynch is bringing out the Home Run Derby trophy. Obviously, a very, very popular Seattle Seahawk of years past, Marshawn Lynch. So here we go.
And we're down to the championship. And Vlad Guerrero is going to go first. It has to do with seedings, etc. So
All right, so Vladimir Guerrero is going first.
6 seed, Randy
And I think that's very bad for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
just completed his
because he's already tired.
Seems like an advantage here for Randy Arozarena.
But we shall see.
Go ahead, Buster.
Hey guys, I just talked to John Schneider, and he realized that they had to go back to back. He's like, that stinks. But he said also he's been impressed with Vladdy's stamina during this event. And he talked about how getting the ball up, letting him use his arms has helped.
Yeah, and what is really interesting here is for Randy Arozarena, this will be the first time that he will go second. And it's a different beast when you go second and you don't have to set the tone. And you're not setting the tone. So now playing the guy that he's chasing.
Yep, exactly, Sergeant. You know, Guerrero just finished his round and he has to go first. So Randy Arozarena got a big advantage here.
To be selective and understand that it's about the pull. If he's able to pull the ball and keep it on the line on his swing and not try to lift, he will be okay.
So the trophy, the chain, Randy's pose, if he could post a bigger number than Vlad, you'll see it all. As we get set for the final round of this T-Mobile 2023 Home Run Derby.
All right, here we go. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. first up in the finals against Randy Arozarena. Listen up, guys, and let's see what Vlad can do.
Manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. This sounds like a wonderful thing to say for a manager of the Toronto Blue Jays throwing pitches to Vlad Guerrero. When he asked him, Vlad said, of course he said yes. They were the combination in 19, but Vlad finished just shy, losing in the finals. Remember, 2 minutes in the final round, just 2, not 3.
2 minutes, still get that timeout. But right now, those pitches from Schneider are middle of the way. Needs to bring him in just a bit. That one's going to leave the yard in a hurry. So is that.
Yeah, that's a little higher and a little further. You really probably need the bonus here, and that's where Vlad's got a little bit of an advantage. That one spin it up to that second deck. There goes another one, and he hooks one out. We're rolling now, though.
And I love the cheerleading right now going on by Javier Bracamonte. The catcher, the bullpen catcher from the Astros, letting it down. Look, let it get deeper. Right there. That's where you want it. Arozarena's not even hitting inside. He's staying outside to watch this.
That's a focused look on Randy Arozarena's face. Very focused.
When does it not when he has his arms crossed?
Yeah. No, I mentioned the fact that Vlad and his dad trying to become the first father and son to win the Derby. You know, at 12 years old, Vlad was hitting balls over the wall. There's Vlad Sr. 2004, they were in Houston, Texas. It was 2007, where he was the Home Run Derby champion. The final round, by the way, the final round score of that Derby was 3-2.
Look at Vlad Jr. right there at the bottom. I want to win one of these.
All right, so a minute 13. He's got one of those that went 440, trying to buy himself an extra 30 seconds in this 2-minute round.
That first one, that was a lead. I mean, we're not looking at a long launch angle. That's how he hits him. He gets the extra one, the 440. I think it's really difficult to come out of you for Randy Arozarena.
Well, he's starting to get a bit of a groove here again by flying those balls to left. Watch out for that one. And another, same spot. And now he's rolling. Still waiting on that second one. 40 feet. And he now has that second one. So he's got his 30-second bonus.
All right, 16 home runs, 17 home runs, 18 home runs, 15 seconds. We'll have a minute bonus. All right, so 20 home runs for Guerrero. That's actually pretty impressive after he just finished his round. We'll have a minute bonus time. Pretty good showing from Vlad there. He is definitely tired. Let's see what Vlad can do with the minute bonus time. 20 home runs. I think I'm going to predict 26 home runs for Vlad. That's pretty impressive for Vlad Guerrero Jr. after that second round. Will that be enough to beat Arozarena? We'll see. All right, here you go. 20 home runs. Minute bonus time. Let's see what he can do.
Well, what happens when you get tired? When you're a home run hitter, what happens when you get tired?
Mechanics start getting out of whack, and you kind of just you got to do your best to relax. It's not easy when you're tired, so we'll see what he does. But I think he'll be all right.
Let's go.
A lot of wobbles means let's go. You're going to hear a lot of that from Javier Recamonte. Never thought we saw him cheer for another player besides an Astro. Let him get there is what he's saying. Let the ball get there. First 10 seconds, not one ball hit, out the ball here. Pull. Coming to pull. There it is.
Every time you can hear Monte, he knows when they're leaving. Sounds it, looks it.
Keep the rhythm is what he's telling him right now. This is going to be a challenge for Arozarena.
Yeah, but it feels like it's within reach. If he can get that bonus, it feels like it's within reach.
Well, he hit 35 with an extra minute because now we shave off a minute from this round. That's why I think it's going to be really difficult.
All right, he had 25 home runs. That's actually really impressive for Vlad Guerrero. Going first after his second round, good performance. But will it be enough to beat Randy Arozarena? Anthony, I mean, yeah, sure. But every other pick except for the first pick for the Mets was a pitcher. So a couple of college guys, a couple of high school guys. So every other pitcher, well, what do they had? 6 picks? 5 of them were pitchers. And again, it's very hard to complain about the Mets pick. They picked the best player available, who was the 12th ranked prospect in the draft, 12th ranked player in the draft that fell to 32nd to the Mets. It's very hard to do that. And again, too many people are obsessed with the shortstop situation. Again, a lot of shortstops that are drafted don't stay at shortstop. The Mets are probably going to move him to second base rather quickly. So, again, when he's 12th ranked player in the draft and you get him at 32, that's a steal, right? If you're building a farm system, this is not the NBA or the NFL draft. You don't draft for needs. You draft to build a farm system. Best player available is usually the best way to go. And guess what? The Mets, after that pick, drafted all pitchers. So it's not so bad. So we'll see if Arozarena can beat 25 home runs of Vlad Guerrero to win the title of the Home Run Derby champion for 2023. It's funny how everybody's talking about the Marlins, though. It's like the Marlins have like 8 or 9 bad seasons in a row, and then they'll have one season like this, and everybody's going to try to replicate them. Why? They don't do nothing, right? They're having a really good season this year. But how many years in a row have they done nothing, right? You know, we glorify these teams, you know, but at the end of the day, usually the team that wins the World Series has a top 10 payroll, right? Everybody wants to give the credit to the Tampa Bay Rays. They've won nothing. The Miami Marlins, both times they won a World Series, they were a wild card team. They don't win divisions, right? They're playing very well this year. They could be a dangerous team in the playoffs. But let's be honest, guys. Look at the last 5 World Series champions. Every one of them were a top 10 in payroll. And yes, the Atlanta Braves were top 10 in payroll when they won in 2021. So let's not act like the Braves were 20th in payroll. They weren't. So you still got to spend money to win. So these teams, you know, a lot of people got into that Moneyball era and act like, you know, the A's accomplished something when they never won nothing either. Right? The Red Sox, when they were winning, they were spending a lot of money. Right? The Cardinals were spending a lot of money. All right, so here we go. Randy Arozarena has the heating pad on his shoulder. Oh, excuse me. He has the cowboy boot on his shoulder. He needs 26 home runs to win the Home Run Derby. Yeah, I mean, right wing. I mean, people talk about it like, oh, look at the Marlins. Everybody could have guessed that. Nobody guessed that, all right? Look, find me a person that picked the Marlins to make the playoffs. Nobody, right? They always have good starting pitching, right? Their lineup is a little bit better this year with a couple of veterans that has helped the cause. All right, so here we go. Randy Arozarena needs 26 home runs to win. Not a good start for him.
He hasn't swung a bat in about 45 minutes in this environment. He's been underneath, but it's been about a 45-minute wait between at-bats for Randy Arozarena.
A lot more rapid fire than Guerrero Jr. Giving him more of an opportunity to hit more balls out. The question is, will he be able to get to the 440 twice? Because Guerrero with 25, hard to beat.
He's starting to get on a pretty good roll right now, though, with Randy Arozarena. Like you say it, and they go back and hit those line drives. Hasn't gotten to that 440 yet.
But not a bad mark right now. Minute 6. Let's see for Vladdy after time. Vladdy had 10 at this point. He has
That be his longest one yet. He calls time.
All right, so he has 9 home runs and called a timeout with 1:01 to go. Can he do it? Needs 26 to win, 25 to tie. If not, Vlad Guerrero Jr. will be the 2023 Home Run Derby champion. Let's see if he can do it. Showing Ken Griffey Jr. and Julio Rodriguez. Arozarena has not hit any 440-foot shots to get the bonus time, but has 1:01 to go to try to get those. Needs 26 to win, 25 to tie.
25 feet. That was number 8. He's got 9. He needs 25. 14 within. That chain will be part of the championship. Marshawn Lynch won a little lip ball.
Yeah, he was throwing some baseballs earlier and knocking some cameras down on him.
All right, so the timeout is almost over.
Timeout, Eduardo, and you gotta go.
Yeah, minute statement. I mean, right now, no balls hit over 440.
Let's see if Arozarena can go on a roll here.
the ballpark. First 10 seconds are crucial.
First one's popped up.
That's one right there.
Yeah, you better get
That's two. Here we go. That's three.
Too many line drives.
I think you should put on the books. That's another one there.
He's going to need that bonus
He
time.
needs 440 in a worse way, and that one's popped up.
Well, he knows he can't get there right now, but he's trying to get lots of teeth over that quality power. And it's adding up.
It's adding up. It's getting desperate now. It's getting desperate. Big miss there. And a ground ball.
Ah.
He's in a great spot. He's in a great
So he hit 21 home runs, and I don't think he got any bonus time. So it looks like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. He got a 30-second bonus. He needs 4 home runs to tie and 5 home runs to win. Get into the nitty-gritty. Well, Mothman, he actually had his travel coach did it the last couple of years. This year, the pitcher was supposed to do it again, but he got sick. So last minute, Pete Alonso had to get somebody else. So the championship is coming down to the wire. Arozarena was able to get a 30-second bonus time, needs 4 to tie, 5 to win. Will come down to the wire. Can he do it? Crunch time, baby. Crunch time. So he's on his timeout right now. I think, he barely, I think it was that second to last shot that got over the 440 mark. Crunch time, crunch time, crunch time. He's coming back to the plate. Can he do it? Well, Tim, he had 21 home runs, but he went off against Julio Rodriguez, who hit 41. So not a bad job, but had no chance. All right, so here we go. 4 home runs to tie, 5 home runs to win. 30 seconds bonus time. Let's see what he can do.
which is third most in the Derby. They'll likely pass Julio Rodriguez at 81. 4 to tie, 5 to win.
That's one.
Right there. But here comes the quantity. He knows what he needs to get. I mean, all the players right now are on their feet.
It looks like he's going to get this.
He's going to get it. He needs one more.
That may stay up.
Oh, 23 home runs. Oh man, that was a cool finish. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wins the home run derby by 2 home runs. Arozarena tried at the end to get a couple more in a row, but not enough. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays is the 2023 home run champion. Well, guys, it was fun. Pete Alonso didn't get out of the first round. Went up against a big-time performance by Julio Rodriguez, 41 home runs, but Vlad Guerrero Jr. is the champion of the 2023 Home Run Derby. Tomorrow, guys, look out for the midseason grades for our New York Mets, grades for each player in the lineup. rotation, and bullpen, and of course, the manager and GM. The video will pop up as a video premiere about an hour or two before the All-Star game. So make sure you tune in for that. And you guys will be able to interact in a chat during that video. I'll make that video a little bit longer so everybody can talk about it, give their own grades during that. I will try to do the video around 10 to 12 minutes. So make sure you tune into that tomorrow, a few hours before the All-Star game. So with that said, guys, it was fun. 2023 Home Run Derby is at a conclusion. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the Home Run Derby champion. Beats out Randy Arozarena by 2 home runs. Guerrero 25 home runs. Arozarena 23 home runs. With that said, everybody, I will see you tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys tune in for the video tomorrow. Second half is a few days away for our New York Mets. 72 games left. They got a long road ahead for our New York Mets. 6.5 behind the Philadelphia Phillies of that third wildcard spot. Let's see if they can do that. With that said, everybody have a great night. As always, Met fans, let's go Mets. I will see you tomorrow night, guys. Have a great night. Congratulations to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the 2023 Home Run Derby champion. Have a good night, everybody.